Maths with Umar. Previously we have seen grade 8 chapter 1 rational numbers NCERT question solutions, and today we are going to have one quiz in this video. First I will be posting one quiz, so try, attempt it, copy the questions, attempt it, and then now I am going to give you solutions of that quiz. So compare with that and check your progress, how much it's going on. If not, go back to the previous videos and check them. Okay? And if you have any extra doubt, additional doubt, you just comment and I will come back to you explaining that concepts. Okay? Let's go to the quiz, solutions of the quiz. Yeah, the first question was, which of the following is a rational number? He has given so many: 0 by 1 and 1 by 0. Next, 0 by 0, minus 9 by 12. See here, he is asking which are the following are rational numbers. See, rational numbers, yes. What are rational numbers? The numbers which can be represented in P by Q form. See here, 0 by 1. Yes, it is a P by Q form, but denominator should not have 0, right? So this is a rational number. Good. And 1 by 0, no, it cannot be defined. So since the denominator is 0, so therefore this is not a rational number. And coming to here also the same thing. 0 by 0 can also is not a rational number. Now minus 9 by 12. Yes, it is in the P by Q form, and P and Q are integers. So therefore, these two numbers are rational numbers. Okay. Let's go to the next second question. Compare the given rational numbers and state the greater number. Okay. The numbers given are, this is the second question. So 1 by 2 and minus 3 by 4. Okay. So let's go for that. In order to compare two rational numbers, their denominator should be same. So take the LCM, 2 and 4. What can be the least common multiple? 4. Yes. So therefore change this also, this denominator also as 4. So how can we change? By multiplying with 2 in numerator and denominator. Now it's minus 3 by 4, that equals 2 by 4 and minus 3 by 4. Now we can say that which one is, since the denominators are equal, we can say that we can compare numerators, 2 and minus 3. Which one is bigger? 2 is bigger. So therefore 2 by 4 is bigger. That means 1 by 2 is bigger. Okay, this is the actual process. But let us, before going to compare anything, before changing the denominators, let us see what are the rational numbers given. See, it's 1 by 2 and it's minus 3 by 4. This is positive and this is negative. No need to do extra anything to go for the same denominator something. Which one is greater? Is it positive greater or negative? Positive greater. So therefore you can directly answer this question. Okay. So I just wanted to show you the method as well as the shortcut. It is not a shortcut. It's you can see it and tell the answer. Okay. Positive number is greater than the negative number. Therefore 1 by 2 is greater. Okay. Let's go for the third question. So what is third question? Express 18 by minus 81 in its simplest form. See, we have studied in rational numbers, that simpler we can write any number in simplest form. P by Q for rational number in the simplest form means they should not have any common factor except 1. Numerator and denominator should not have any common factor except 1, and denominator should be positive. These two things. Now here let us see 18 and 81. Yeah, sorry, 18 and 81. Yes, they have common factors. I remember. It's divided by 2. Okay. So let us divide by 9. Sorry, not 2, 9. So now 18 divided by 9 is 2. By 81 divided by 9. 9 9 is 81. So it is minus 9. Now we have done. Now the 2 and 9 does not have any common factor. Right? Yes. So therefore this is in simplest form in one thing. But the second thing we have to take care of is the denominator should not be negative. So in order to take out the negative, either multiply by minus 1 in numerator and denominator. So 2 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 2, and minus 9 multiplied by minus 1 is plus 9. So this is the common factor. This is the simplest form of 18 by minus 81. Good? Yes. Let us go for the next one. Add 2 by 4 and minus 5 by 8. They have given very easy quiz. Add 2 by 4 and minus 1 by 8. Yes, add 2 by 4 and minus 1 by 8. In order to add, subtract or compare, okay, what we have to, the first thing we have to remember is the denominator should be equal, okay, like fractions. So let us do what is the LCM? It is evident that the least common multiple is 8. So let us change this, the first one, by multiplying with 2 in numerator and denominator. That equals 4 by 8 and minus 1 by 8. So they are asking us to add. So let us add 4 plus of minus 1 by 8. See, now when we add one positive and one negative, what we are supposed to do? Subtract. 4 minus 1 is 3. And what is the bigger number? 4. What is the sign of bigger number? Plus. So therefore plus. So plus 3 by 8 is answer. Those who don't know, those who does not know how to add integers, one more time I am repeating. When you add one positive and negative integer, okay, we have to subtract the numbers irrespective of signs. So 4 minus 1, 3. Okay, 3. Now you have to keep the sign. What is the sign? The sign of the bigger number. What is the bigger number? 4. So the sign of bigger number is plus. So therefore plus 3 by 8. Got it? Yes. Now find the value of 1 by 3 divided by 1 by 2. So let us go for that. Fifth problem. Fifth problem. 1 by 3 divided by 1 by 2. Fine. So whenever division of fractions, we already know, we change the division to multiplication and reciprocal the fraction divisor. So it's nothing but 1 by 3 times 2 by 1. So now multiply. 1 times 2 is 2 and 3 times 1 is 3. Simple. Okay? Yes. Now arrange the following numbers in ascending order. Okay, let us arrange. What are the numbers given? 1 by 2, 1 by 4 and minus 1 by 8. See, in order to compare, ascending order means we have to compare and write them, right? So therefore, in order to compare, what you are supposed to do? The denominators should be same. So 2, 4 and 8. What are the least common multiple? It's 8. So all these are factors of 8. Therefore, we can change it directly. So come on, how can 2 be changed? Multiply with 4 in numerator and denominator. How can 4 be changed? Multiply with 2 in numerator and denominator. That equals 4 by 8, 2 by 8 and minus 1 by 8. Now you have like fractions, so you can write them in ascending order. Ascending order. So what is that ascending order? Smallest number. So minus 1 by 8. Next smallest 2 by 8. Next 4 by 8. So when we change them into their original numbers, so minus 1 by 8, originally it's minus 1 by 8, and 2 by 8. 2 by 8 is the second number, that means 1 by 4, and 4 by 8 is nothing but 1 by 2. Okay? I hope you understand this, right? Now, find the additive identity and the additive inverse of minus 3 by 8. Seventh problem. So you have to find additive identity and as well as additive inverse of minus 3 by 8. Okay. So now what is additive identity? Additive identity for each and every number is 0. So see, I will explain you. Those who don't know, identity means same. Additive identity means after adding a particular number to the given number, you have to get the same given number. So that means minus 3 by 8 plus dash equals minus 3 by 8. What should be added? 0. Simple. So now additive inverse. Additive inverse, it is nothing but when we add two numbers, you have to get the result 0. See, what number should be added to minus 3 by 8 in order to get 0? We have studied previously, when we add then its negative of a number, you get 0. That means, suppose if I take 5, what should be the number to it should be added in order to get 0? Minus 5. So 5 and minus 5. So 5 is additive inverse of minus 5 and minus 5 is additive inverse of plus 5. In the same way, here, what is the negative of minus 3 by 8? It's plus 3 by 8. Simple. I hope everybody understood this. Now, divide the sum of 1 by 4 and 1 by 7, 1 by 4 and minus 1 by 7. See, this is a very good problem. So I will start from here. Divide the sum of 1 by 4 and minus 1 by 7 by their difference. See, I just want to explain you. For example, divide, where is it? Suppose example, divide 8 by 2. So what do you do? So 8, we are going to divide it by 2. You have to think the same way. Read the problem properly. Divide, okay. So whenever you divide, you should have dividend and divisor. So what is dividend over here? Divide the sum of minus 1 by 4 and minus 1 by 7. So that means sum of minus 1 by 4 and minus 1 by 7 is dividend. By what? Their difference. So this is their difference is divisor. Understood? See, whenever you take a question of division, dividing, so you will have two numbers, dividend and divisor. The first one is dividend by the next one is divisor. In the same way, divide the sum of these two, that will be dividend, by their difference, it is divisor. So therefore first you have to find out sum. So sum of 1 by 4 plus of minus 1 by 7. See here, the two denominators are co-primes. The two denominators are co-primes. So therefore what will be the LCM? Their product. 4 sevens 28. Co-primes, I think you know. Co-primes are the numbers which are having no common factor except 1. Okay. So yes, for LCM of co-primes is the product of the numbers. So now 7 4 28, right? Let us change the denominators by multiplying the first one with the second denominator plus minus 1 by 7 times 4 and times 4. So now it becomes 7 by 28 plus of minus 4 by 28. See, here you have like fractions. So when you have like fractions, you can easily add the numerators. So come on, add the numerators. 7 plus of minus 4. Already we have studied. Adding one positive and negative. What happens? We have to subtract. 7 minus 4, 3 is the answer. And what is the sign? Sign of the bigger number. What is the bigger number? 7. So therefore plus 3 by 28. So 3 by 28 is sum. Okay. So now let us find a difference. See, its difference is very interesting. 1 by 4. Yeah, difference means what? You have to subtract a smaller number from bigger number. Which one is smaller? Minus 1 by 7 is smaller because it is negative. So you have to subtract minus 1 by 7 from 1 by 4. Everybody please listen. 1 by 4 you are subtracting. What you are subtracting? Minus 1 by 7. Okay. We have studied. And subtracting is nothing but the opposite of addition. Okay. So 1 by 4 you change this subtraction to plus and you change this to negative. That means 1 by 7. So after that we know everything. Or else if you are confused, minus of minus, plus, the same plus. Okay. Now everything is the same. So it will be 7 by 28 plus 4 by 28. That equals 11 by 28. This is difference. Okay. Those who want to note it down, please note it down. Okay. Now, what will be the next step? See, I am writing over here. You got sum equals 3 by 28 and difference you got 11 by 28. Now the question is divide sum by difference. So what is sum? 3 by 28 divided by 11 by 28. Okay, we already know that division will be changed to multiplication and the divisor will be reciprocal, 28 by 11. So you have numerator denominator same, that means 28 divided by 28 is 1. So what is left out? 3 ones 3 by 11. 3 by 11 is the answer. And here in the quiz which I am going to post, 3 by 11 is not given as an option. So 3 by 11 is an option. So those who want to copy, please copy. Yes, you can pause and you can even copy it. Okay, let's go for the next problem. It's very simple. Suppose if I ask subtract 5 from 10, what you are going to do? 10 minus 5, right? So the second one, whenever subtraction is there, the second one will come first. So that equals minus 1 by 4, subtraction minus, and it is minus 1 by 3. Be careful while writing this. Minus 1 by 4 is a number and this is also a number and you are subtracting. Okay. So now minus 1 by 4, minus of minus plus 1 by 3. And these two are co-primes. So therefore what will be the LCM? The product, 12. So multiply minus 1 into 3 by 4 into 3 plus 1 by 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4. That equals minus 3 by 12 plus 4 by 12. When used, you have like fractions. So therefore minus 3 plus 4 by 12. That equals, what is there here? Adding one negative and one positive. Subtract 4 minus 3. How much? 1 is the answer. And what is the sign of the bigger number? Plus. So therefore plus 1 by 12. This is the answer. I'll continue with this. Yeah, just go for the 10th problem. Which of the options can be three rational numbers between -1/2 and 2/3? So okay, he is asking options between -1/2 and 2/3, and he has given a hint. Option can be chosen even by finding the values of rational numbers in decimals. Okay, so what is the value of this? -0.5. And what is the value of 2/3? I think 0.66661. So 0.6661. Okay, so now the first option given is -1/4, 0, 1/4. Here -1/4 is 0.25, 0, 0.25. Yeah, I think these three numbers are in between, right? Yes, so this can be. And let us go for the next one. It is 3/2, 5/4 and 3/4. See, 3/2, it is an improper fraction, it is 1 point something. Okay, and 5/4 is also 1 point something, and 3/4 it is 0.75. One point is not in between these two, because 1 point means it will come to the right side. So it is in the same, so therefore this is not an option. And the last one given is 1/1, 3/2 and 4/2. See, 1/1 is 1, so it is not an option because 1 is outside of this. So the only numbers which can be in between is this one. So sometimes this can be proved like this also. You can find the value in decimals and you can solve it. Okay, so I may be wrong. Yeah, product is equal to 3/8. Okay, one of the rational numbers is 1/2. So 1 is equal to 1/2. That means, see, how you get product? By multiplying two numbers, right? You will get 3/8. So he is asking, first one number is given, it is 1/2. You have to find this question mark. Okay, see, when you let us take this as variable. So in order to find the variable, what you are supposed to do? You have to transpose. When we transpose multiplication to the other side, it becomes division. So therefore implies question mark equals 3/8 divided by 1/2, and already we know 3/8 multiplied by 2/1. So any common factors in numerator and denominator? Yes, we have 2 and 8. So 2 ones 2, 2 fours 8. So the answer is 3/4. The second rational number is 3/4. It's simple. Just rewind if you didn't get the concept. Please rewind. You will come to know. The product of a rational number and its reciprocal. Good question. See, the answer is very simple. Whatever rational number you take, p by q. Okay, and the product of its reciprocal. Okay, what is it reciprocal? Q by p. What is the product? See, q and q, there are common factors 1, and p and p are common factors, they are 1. So what is the answer? 1/1, that is equal to 1. Okay. Yeah, rational numbers are closed under division. Are they closed under division? No, because of this reason. Okay, when you divide with 0, 0 is a rational number, but when we divide any rational number with 0, it is undefined. So therefore, they are not closed under division. Okay, they are commutative under subtraction. Commutative. Are they commutative under subtraction? No. What is commutative property? A minus b equals b minus a. So when we subtract two rational numbers in different order, you will not get the same answer. So associative under addition. Yes, it's associative under addition. So now express -7/9 as a rational number with numerator -28. See, I think this is 15th or 16th round, whatever it is. -7/9, you have to express it as a rational number -28. So how can we change? Yes, minus and minus are common. 7 How can you change it to 28? 7 4s 28. So when you multiply with numerator with 4, denominator also you multiply with 4. 9 4s 36. Okay. So the number is minus 28 by 36. What is given? Cost of 1 meter wire equals 5 by 21 dirhams. Okay. Find the cost of 21 meters. Okay. Before going to the problem, I'll just explain this with the simple words. 1 pen equals 5 dirhams. What is the cost of 3 pens? What you do? 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15. Or so you are continuously repeating with the same number. So repeating addition is nothing but multiplication. So we multiply 3 times 5 equals 15. So it's the same here. The same logic should be applied. 1 meter is equal to 5 by 21, and they need the cost of 21 meters. That means, so total cost is equal to 21 multiplied by 5 by 21. So in numerator and denominator you have the common factors and the common number, same number. So it's 1. So what is left out? 1 times 5 is 5 by 1, that is equal to 5 dirhams. Got it, my dear students? So this till this we completed the quiz, and in the next session we will go to grade 8 second chapter. We are going to discuss about understanding quadrilaterals. In the next video we will see understanding quadrilaterals concepts as well as textbook NCERT textbook solutions. Okay, I hope you have understood the concepts of rational numbers. If not, just comment me. I will come back to you with a new video explaining the concepts. And if you understood, press the like button, subscribe, share with your friends, so that we can share this knowledge to our friends even. Okay, stay safe and bye. Let us see in the next video. Okay, don't forget to press the notifications bell icon also. If you press the bell icon, you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay, bye students.